1 million shards, forcing its steam-driven inhabitants into space. Hard-working folks known as cowbutts survive by farming moisture and mining what little land is left, constantly dealing with all sorts of space jerks. There are the gangs of scrap metal meanies roaming about, preying on the weak and completely disregarding basic manners. Then there are the diesel-driven royalists, a bunch of oppressive bullies, abusing their power and bleeding the cowbutts dry. To top it all off, there are rumors of something far more dangerous stirring in the depth of space, waking from its age-long slumber. These are the descendants of a shattered planet, and this, my distinguished gentlebots, is the new SteamWorld.
Welcome, gentlebots, to a brand new Let's Play from Renaissance Gaming. This is SteamWorld Heist. I had originally picked up this game to play casually through by myself. I had no intentions of ever recording it. However, after playing for just a few hours, I absolutely fell in love with it and I knew that I had to share it with you guys. The game's great. It's got robots, it's got hats, it's got deep space, it's got great music, it's got a great storyline, it's got everything you want. So let's go ahead and get started with a new game. I'm going to 100% this as much as the game allows, meaning that I'm going to get 3 stars in all the levels. I'm going to try to show off as many of the weapons and hats as possible, even though there are hundreds of them in the game. So that's what we're going to be doing. Now, when I was playing through this by myself, I was playing on the most difficult setting, Elite, and it provided a really cool challenge. However, for this playthrough, I'm going to be playing it on casual, and I know you guys are freaking out, because if you know my channel, you know that I always do things at the hardest difficulty with 100% completion, but there's a very good reason I'm going to do this on casual. The reason is that some of these harder levels, you are pretty much guaranteed to fail some of the missions and you'll have to try them again. That's totally okay with me, but the problem is that if you try a mission again, the cutscenes don't play. And I don't want you guys missing out on any of the cutscenes, so I want to make sure that I finish every mission on my first try. So I'm going to do it on casual. Now, don't quote me on this, but after I finish this playthrough, I may go back and get 3 stars on every mission on the Elite difficulty. That's not guaranteed, that's not a promise, it's just something that may happen depending on how you guys like the series. But for now, I'm going to play this on casual, it's going to be a ton of fun. Hope you guys have your seatbelts fastened. It's going to be a deep journey through space. Enjoy.
Piper Faraday, notorious smuggler and occasional pirate, is having a rough time. A brutal gang of thugs called Scrappers are spreading across her turf in the outskirts. Stealing everything in sight, they have even been known to kidnap the locals. Their presence could draw unwanted attention from the Royal Space Force. In short, they are bad for business. Low on water, Piper and her mates have boarded a scrapper ship, aiming to relieve them of their ill-gotten cargo. And of course, it all went according to plan.
Okay, so we have our protagonist, Piper Faraday. She's a cool little robot, as you will soon see. Blast! This did not go according to plan. What a positively macabre place. Okay, so let's begin this. Hey fellas, you alright? Right, better get up there and help out. So, this is a turn-based shooter game, meaning that you can do a certain number of actions per turn, and you will see soon what all that means. A whole cowboy down here, ain't I lucky? Mind if I help myself to some of your water? When I'm done with you, I'll use you for spare parts. Huh, you just try it, bub. So basically, you kind of have to strategize how you want to tackle each situation depending on how many turns or moves per turn you have, and you can kind of just go from there. But this is a really cool game. So far, it's only on the 3DS, but the developers do have plans to bring it to other platforms in the future, so watch out for that. Turrets? Fancy security for a hunk of junk. Bet I can cover behind the shot-up barrel. I won't be able to fire after a sprint like that. I'll just wait my turn here. Right, my turn. Better amp up my gun so I can take that turret out with one shot. I don't want to trust another go covering behind this thing. So each character does have a unique ability, and you'll see that Piper's is the power shot, and it deals 1 bonus damage, which is quite nice. And let me try to do a trick shot here, instead of just shooting straight at it. Boom. Trick shot! So yeah, if you get really good at this game, you're going to be busting out trick shots, you're going to be bouncing bullets off the walls, it's going to be crazy. I'm not the best at this game, but, you know, I can try. I just love the whole atmosphere of this game. I love the steampunky robot feel. It's really cool. You took your sweet time, Captain. And here I was coming to save you and all. Where's the rest of the crew? They got scrapped and hauled off. I'm the only one left. Dang it. We need to get out of here before we end up in the same scrap heap. Aye aye, Captain. So we have one of our crew members here. Let's try to save him. Let me try to snipe that guy. Boom. And then I'm actually gonna come close range to this guy and just execute him with a shotgun shot to the face. Boom. There's our way out. Let's steal one of their escape pods. Toot, sweet. Now, I could just go up here and finish the mission. However, if you want to 3-star every mission, you must do all the optional objectives, you must pick up all of the loot, and you can't have any casualties. So I'm gonna actually work on that, as opposed to just escaping right away. Alright, we got some more scrappers here. Let me hide behind this barrel. Okay, so you will notice that the floor is either orange or blue. Orange means that if I move to that spot, I can still shoot after moving there. Blue means that it's considered a sprint, and that means I won't be able to shoot after I move all the way over there. So if you want to shoot after your turn, you definitely don't want to go past the orange. Okay, and also, if you look at the mini-map on the bottom screen of the DS, you can see that there are blue lines on the floor and ceilings, and then there's also the big black chunks. You can shoot through the thin blue lines, as you can see here. I can shoot through this floor, but you can't shoot through the black ones like you see me pointing here. It's not going to go through that kind of wall. Anyways, just kind of trying to explain some basics so you can follow the game along. Okay, let me come up here, and let me actually punch this guy out, so you guys can see some melee combat as well. So that guy did just wreck me, but that's okay. I'm gonna shoot him in the face. Okay, perfect. And now I can actually get out of here. Let me come this way. Right. Sometimes I overshoot what I'm doing. Let me pick up this goodie bag, and then make my way to the escape pod here. So we finished the mission, collected all of the swag. We're good to go. All according to plan. That was the name of this mission. And we got a swag bag. I love swag bag. Got some water. A few swills of water, the essential resource for steambots. And of course you can level up and unlock new abilities for your characters, which is always fun. But the real fun comes in finding weapons and stuff like that. That's really fun. Welcome back, Captain. Dang it, Wonky. We won't get any work done with these scrappers hogging everything in sight. The no-good steam maggots are even pilfering the parts of honest cowbots. We'll have to do something about it. They hauled off most of our crew back there. Grr, I'm still here. With the water shortage, it's a tough spot, no mistaking it. This puts us at a skeleton crew. What am I, invisible? We didn't even get that much water. We need more gallons to get back on our feet. I'll have to figure something out. Okay, ma'am. Just set the course over on the map table and I'll get us moving. Cool, so we're going to be meeting some of the characters. I am, of course, going to be talking to them after every mission, because that's really how you get the backstory on these characters and you really explore the whole storyline of the game, which is what it's all about in my opinion. Golly, that went bad. Those patchy bolt heads had me staggered. Yeah! Makes me squeamish about boarding bigger vessels, it does. I don't feel much like ending up in some scrap heap. Right you are, sailor. Cool. And let's talk to Wonky, our captain here. I guess not our captain, but our navigator. Getting prepared should be high priority, ma'am. Grumpy old sea brass might be a capable fellow, but we're not fit to handle all of these scrappers. We'll just have to round up some more gallons. Okay, so let's go do another mission. We need to find some more gallons. So let's go to this little way station here. And we need to collect swag and evacuate. With nothing but Ripper-class scrappers aboard, this tiny vessel should be easy pickings, even for a small and desperate crew. Grab as much as possible and get out. So let's go ahead and start. So it is important to note that all of these ships are procedurally generated, with a few exceptions for like boss battles and stuff like that. So every time you play this, it's going to be different. Can you hear me? It's Wonky. I've hooked up to some exposed plumbing on this ship, so now I can speak to you. This should be an easy mission, nothing like the last one. Just grab all the gallons you can. Oh, and if you should come across any epic swag, make sure to bring it back. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin this. Okay, nothing here. Let me hide behind here for now, and then let me go up here with this guy. Pick up some swag bags. God, love the swag bags. And Mr. Piper, or Miss Piper. Let's move her all the way down here. And this guy up here. Seabrass and Piper. Okay. So we do have some bots here. Let me hide behind this barrel, and then let me shoot up at them. Let me try to trick shot a headshot on this guy. There we go, perfect. And here is some epic swag, which I will definitely be taking. Let me hide behind here. Give some backup to Piper. Okay, that guy missed me, which is good, of course. Now, something that you can do is you can actually shoot off the hats of these guys and collect them, which is really cool. And I'll be doing a lot of that. But for now, let me just blast this guy in the face. Perfect. And I've got some swag bags here. So I usually like to have my crew on different levels, that way I have one below and one above, just to cover the most ground possible. Continue to grab some swag. You should have enough water by now, and we won't get paid for wrecking scrappers. Just pocket all the swag and head for an escape pod. So now an escape pod has opened up. Now before I make my escape, I usually like to go through the map one more time. If you look at the mini-map, you'll be able to see if you missed any swag, which I have not missed, so I can actually just make my way out of here. Now your crew does get bigger as you play the game. You'll rescue more and more of your former crew, and you can kind of pick which ones you want to use. It's really cool. You have a lot of freedom with how to play this game and what to do. It's really cool, man. A lot of replay value for sure. So I got all my swag. I'm ready to finish. So I got my swag bag, and then I got some epic swag. The grand prize, a hard-to-come-by goodie, will most certainly contain something more powerful than your average swag. And it also gives you 1 reputation. Sweet. So here we go, we got our first weapon, and it's a carry-on pistol, a primitive but accurate lead spitter. Does what it's supposed to. Cool. And then let's open up some more swag bags here. Now, the swag bags aren't necessarily always water. They can contain some weapons or other loot as well. It just so happens that everyone I've opened so far has been water. So once again, to get a 3-star in a level, you must first of all collect all of the swag. You must do all the optional objectives, if there are any, and you cannot take any casualties. And continue to level up here. That should be enough water. Let's head for Gat's bar and spend it. Grr. I'd like a new cannon. Give me a trustworthy gun any day over an inexperienced crewmate. I thought we weren't welcome at Gat's anymore. Well, now we've got gallons to spend, and Gat's not an unreasonable fellow. So I really like the concept in this game that you have your main spaceship here, and you just dock onto other smaller spaceships to do the missions. I think it's really cool. So let me talk to the characters after every mission like I promised I would. You okay there, sailor? Grr, this whole thing makes me steam boil. I'm so angry I could strangle a whale. That's horrible, Gabriel. Such majestic creatures. Huh. So, this guy's first name is Gabriel, which is also my first name. Interesting. You've never met a whale, have you, Captain? Not really, no. Shifty-eyed creatures, the lot of them. Only good thing about them, they're dripping with oil. So I like his little cap here. He kind of looks like he maybe did some whale hunting back in his day. Gabriel Seabrass, I like him. We share a name. And let's see what Wonky has to say. I think we've got enough water for now. Let's swing by Gat's bar and see if we can get what we need. Right. I just might have to charm Gat a bit. Okay. So actually, that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys are super excited about this series. I promise you, it's a really fun game. Definitely go out and pick it up and buy it. And if not, stick around and watch the series. Leave a like on the video, join the monastery by hitting the subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys next time. See you then.